Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the two future Hall of Famers meeting for the first time ever in the playoffs. And if there were any jitters for Brady, you wouldn't know it. Nick, this is his first pass of the game.
You can't blitz the GOAT. He knew exactly where to go. He found that matchup and executed.
And found Mike Evans on that. And then if it looks familiar, it's because basically the same play leads to a touchdown at the end of the drive, 27 yards. And so now it's 7-0 Tampa Bay. But Rodgers would answer early second. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Oh, it's a strike, Dominique.
Oh, yeah, he won off the line, and, of course, Rodgers isn't going to miss that throw. He nails it. The perfect touchdown.
Tied at 7, we are next. Bucks drive 3rd and 9. This one Brady just throws up there. And how about the play that Chris Godwin makes on the ball?
YOLO! Thank you. That was a prayer, and Chris Godwin answered it.
Godwin has had some drops issues in this postseason, but hangs on to that one for a 52-yard grab, and that sets up this Leonard Fournette, finishing it off with a spectacular spin move and the touchdown, Dominique.
Oh, man, playoff Lenny is alive and well. That's a fantastic run. That certainly showed how tough he was. Looked like LSU.
Bucks up 14-7. Now, here's the sequence right at the end of the half that really changes the whole game. Rodgers intercepted by Sean Murphy bunting, sets up ultimately this. With 8 seconds left in the half, how in the world does this happen, Nick?
You got one job. You guys going to make me watch this over and over again today, aren't you?
We're going to get deeply into that play because how in the world that play scores in a touchdown is remarkable. And then right off the beginning of the third quarter, off a turnover, Brady punches it into Cameron Brate, and it's 28-10 Tampa. So Rodgers is fighting his way back, and that he does. Here he finds Robert Tonyan in the end zone for a touchdown. So 28-17, the following drive for Tampa. Here's where the Brady mistake started, Dominique. What is this throw?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Adrian Amos got a fantastic jump on this and made the play, but Brady was trying to give the game away at certain points.
So Rodgers now looking to take advantage because Brady makes the big mistake, and Rodgers does, finding Devontae Adams for the quick touchdown. So down 5, they go for the 2. Bookmark this moment as Equanimous St. Brown on a ball that is tipped cannot hang on even though it hits him right in the hand. So it's a 5-point game. Bucks get a field goal. Now it's an 8-point game. And so it's Rodgers in the gun, and he's got hot here as he finds Marquez Valdez-Scantling for 29 yards. They're in Bucks territory. Then here's a huge play. Later in the drive, 2:15 to play, 3rd and goal. Dominique, does it look to you like Rodgers could have run this in?
I mean, he certainly could have gotten close, and maybe they would have decided to go for it, but instead he throws it into double coverage.
Take another look. Watch the right side, or Rodgers' right side. Certainly a lot of green grass. Instead, he tries to throw it in there. That sets up a 4th down where Matt LaFleur decides to kick the field goal. So it's 31-26, and Brady comes on looking to ice the game, and that he does. Here's the big play, the pass interference. Is this a good call, Dominique?
I mean, I want to say it's not because I'm a cornerback, but he's pulling his shirt off. Like, you got to throw the flag in that situation. I hate to see it, but it was the right thing to do.
Kevin King, who had himself a tough day yesterday, gave up the touchdown right before the half, and then the clear jersey pull on Johnson there. Bucks get a key 1st down, and then here's another to put it away. Chris Godwin sliding all the way back to Tampa, where Tom Brady and the Buccaneers will host his 10th appearance in a Super Bowl. For Aaron Rodgers, 346 yards brought frustration for Tom Brady. Another trip to the big game.
Now home Super Bowl for the first time in NFL history, I think puts a lot of cool things in perspective. Anytime you're the first time doing something, it's usually a pretty good thing.
Tom's a GOAT. Last year, I think we ended 7-9, and right now we're headed to the Super Bowl. And he's probably the biggest reason we are where we are.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had not been to the playoffs in 13 seasons. Tom Brady shows up, and here they are in the Super Bowl. Dan Orlovsky, how in the world do we, I think Dan may be frozen. Dan, do I have you? If I have you, Dan, how do we, he's frozen. Okay, no, he's good. Okay, Dan Orlovsky, how do we put into words, if indeed I have you, how do we put into words the story that Tom Brady is writing here?
Yeah, for a guy that has the biggest and longest list of incredible accomplishments, Greeny, this one tops it. Yesterday's game for Tom Brady reminded me, going back to March, of why he chose Tampa. Because he didn't need to carry the football team. Because this was a lot about how talented they were. But yesterday is about, for anybody who thought Tom Brady wasn't the greatest ever, that chapter is closed. That conversation is over. Don't send me tweets. Don't dispute it. Let me refresh everybody's memory about exactly the journey that Tom Brady has taken, because it's no longer is he the best ever. He is Jordan, Gretzky, Babe Ruth conversation, 43 years old. Went to an organization that by winning percentage is the worst ever in the history of the NFL. Hadn't been to the playoffs in 13 years. Didn't have to learn a brand new offense after 20 years in the same offense. No training camp that's normal. No preseason games. And then takes him to the Super Bowl. He's one of the greatest athletes ever.
Indisputable, I think. And RC, maybe a testament to it is he didn't have a great day yesterday, but there was something about his presence, it feels to me, that is the reason they are where they are.
We'll get to analyzing what his play is, and I'm sure my dog Dom is going to do it in a second, so I don't even have to get to the mistakes that he made. But it's also about the journey, right? Right now, we're talking about yesterday. We're going to look at his play from yesterday, but getting to yesterday is what Tom Brady is about. Having guys like Rob Gronkowski come over, having a team that says, okay, Bruce Arians, I wanted to punt the football, but Bruce, I think we can get this first down. Bruce, I like the matchup with Kevin King. Let's go at Scotty. Let's go to Scotty Miller. Bruce Arians saying this week, you know what? Bill never let him coach. Sometimes I just sit back and let him do his thing. All of those things come with Tom Brady. Tom Brady is now like a hooper. Tom Brady is like when KD goes to a team and you say, you know what, they can win a championship. LeBron James changes conference and now the Los Angeles Lakers become champions. That's who Tom Brady is. He's a force multiplier. He makes everyone better. And yesterday we saw that. Did Todd Bowles have a lot to do with what happened yesterday? Absolutely. But it's the TB12 that's most important to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' success as a whole.
There's so much to get to with the Packers side of this. But, Nick, just a thought, because I know there's so much here, and obviously Brady is the headline.
I mean, Tom Brady did a great job rushing the passer yesterday and covering guys. He called a great game on the defensive side of the ball. It was fantastic. I'm here for all the Tom Brady hagiography that we can indulge in. But let's be real. Yesterday, he was spotty, just like Dan's internet connection. He was good in moments and bad in others. So, like, we can celebrate him. We can celebrate him. But let's not pretend like the reason why they won yesterday was because of Tom Brady, because he was trying to give the game away with those second-half turnovers.
There were some moments yesterday where you wondered, all he needs to do is manage it the rest of the way, and he didn't manage it that well. That said, the Buccaneers are on their way to the Super Bowl, which means that Aaron Rodgers is not. And his coach, Matt LaFleur, had a lot of explanations to offer afterwards, particularly about kicking that field goal at the very end of the game. Here's what he said.
We essentially had 4 timeouts with the 2-minute warning. And, you know, we knew we needed to get a stop. And I thought we were going to have a stop there at the end, but, you know, we got called for the PI. And it didn't work out.
Well, I didn't have a decision on that one. Yeah, that wasn't my decision. I thought maybe we're going to have 4 chances to go.
So you can feel the frustration from Aaron Rodgers, and it is understandable. Ryan Clark, let's just start with that decision to kick the field goal on the 4th down where they did. What do you think?
You lost the game. You played scared. You had the best player in football, at least this year, and you didn't give him an opportunity to win the game. Listen, if you're in a rap battle and you're a D12, you're not going to send Bizarre out for the biggest rap battle. You're going to send out Eminem. You took Eminem off the field and you put Bizarre out there. You are 9 yards away from the end zone. The reason that you are trailing is that BA trusted Tom Brady with 13 seconds in the second quarter and said, you know what, we're going to go for it on 4th down and possibly give you the ball at midfield. We're going to throw this bomb into the end zone and give Scotty Miller a chance to burn Kevin King for the 76th time yesterday. Give Aaron Rodgers the opportunity to win the game. Don't take it from him. Don't put it on people that haven't shown up for you the entire day. And that's what Matt LaFleur did. And when you make decisions like that, you sit at home and you get to think about those decisions. You get to dwell in those decisions because you will not be playing in the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what the Green Bay Packers will be doing.
Dan?
Listen, you have to lose that game because Aaron Rodgers, the MVP and the Hall of Famer, is not good enough. That's why you have to lose that game in that moment. So that's the wrong decision. That being said, I want to explain why it is such a brutally difficult decision for Matt LaFleur. Because I've seen a lot of people like, this is the dumbest decision I've ever seen. Fireable offense. Slow down. Okay, 4th and goal from the 9-yard line is almost it's really difficult because you need a play in your playbook that gets you 9, but it can't get you 20. 4th and 9 from the 35-yard line, you could design a bunch of different plays, and if something gets you 15 yards, great, because it gets you that first down, but you obviously don't have that room down there going into the red zone or going into the end. Guys, that is such 4th and goal from the 3 different conversation, but it's a really difficult decision given the situation, the